welcome back to CCTV, and since today is a Friday, that means DIY. I know that I've been slacking on my DIY Fridays. You guys are gonna have to forgive me, but today I'm gonna give you guys 5 Christmas decorations DIYs with mason jars, and I wish I did this earlier in Vlogmas so you guys could have had this the whole entire Christmas season, but my brain, you know, it doesn't like to do what it's supposed to do. So you guys are gonna get this DIY 22 days in, and hopefully you guys still like it. Leave a thumbs up if you do, and yeah, maybe you guys can do it for next year if it's too late. But without further ado, let's get to number 1. First DIY, you'll need a mason jar, an ornament, and I just grabbed a regular ornament that was hanging on my Christmas tree, and it's glittery, so it's like, yes boo. Some tape, and then some garland. You don't have to use all of it, you can cut it up. I just like have a random garland because I have a random Christmas decorations. So yeah. Okay, once you have everything you need, you're gonna want to take and open up the mason jar, and you want to take the little top right here and use your ornament. If your ornament does not have a string on it, you can just go and find a random string and tie it to where the string should be. And you want to take just a little bit of tape. You do not need much at all, and just kind of tape the string to the top of the mason jar, kind of in the center, but honestly it's wherever your liking is. It depends on how low and how high you want your ornament hanging. I'm just kind of taping it to the center so when I turn it over it hangs correctly. You want to just kind of slide that in the mason jar just to make sure that it doesn't fall all the way. Screw a simple hanging ornament, but I'm gonna go dress it up with the garland so you guys can see how magical it really turns out when you access it. Now you have this simple hanging ornament turned into kind of like a magical hanging ornament Christmas decoration, and I just found some random lights I had lying around my house because I love lights, and I kind of just wrapped it around the mason jar just to give it that extra magical effect. And yeah, I just love the way it turned out, and of course you can lay the garland however you want. I just wrapped it around, and that's number 1. Number 2 is a mason jar, a snowflake ornament, and some tape. I actually spray painted this mason jar when I first got it, and it's on my bookshelf just to hold my books up, and I just spray painted it silver to like add character to the room. And so now I'm just gonna put a snowflake on it to make it into a Christmas decoration. What you want to do for this one is just take the tape and cut off a little piece, fold it so it's sticky on both sides, and you're just kind of overlapping the tape. Place it in the center or wherever you want the snowflake to go. Take the center of the snowflake and just press it on to the mason jar. Hold it for a little bit just to make sure that it actually sticks. And now you have a Christmas decoration. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like holding up my books. So now instead of just a regular silver mason jar holding up my books, I now have a snowflake on it, and it's just a little bit more festive, and that honestly took like 2 seconds. 3 and 4, I spray painted the mason jars white, hence like the white all over my hands. I definitely recommend you guys wearing gloves, but I just didn't do it. And then you're gonna need some glitter glue. I'm gonna use red and green because Christmas colors, and I'm gonna do different designs on it. So my first one, I'm just going to take my glitter glue and I'm gonna kind of do squiggly lines. I'm gonna go in a pattern. I'm gonna do red, green, red, green. And for this one, you obviously need some time for it to dry, so make sure you're including that. And yeah, just gonna kind of go around the whole entire mason jar, just wrap it around. And I'm not the best at squiggly lines, as you guys can tell, so mine are not going to be even and perfect. I think I'm gonna do a total of 4, 2 green and 2 red. I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna put green and red stars all over it. Some garland in the top instead of the regular gold tops they come with. And yeah, those are 3 and 4, really simple, and obviously you guys can make it much cuter than I made mine because I messed up on a lot of parts, but they're really simple and just extremely festive. So for the last and 5th mason jar Christmas decoration DIY, you're gonna need a mason jar, some candy canes, scissors, tape, whatever garland you have left over, and just some leftover Christmas paper. This is literally like the last of the roll I had, just to show you guys that you do not need much, and I actually don't even think I'm going to use all of this. So to start, I'm just going to cut some sections of my Christmas paper off about the length of the mason jar because I'm going to do a patchwork instead of wrapping it completely around. Since my wrapping paper is reversible, I want to have both designs, so I'm just going to simply cut and then tape them on. Don't worry about the tape showing, you're going to cover it up with your garland later. Wrapping paper done, and I know mine is really crappy. It's okay. It's because most of it is not going to show and the tape is not going to show. If you want yours to show, I definitely recommend you doing it a lot neater. But once you have that done, you're going to want to take your garland and just start from any end and kind of just hold your thumb there. Take some tape from where you're going to start and kind of just tape that piece of garland down. Since the garland is so fluffy, no one's gonna see this tape at the end, but this is just kind of keeping it in place so you don't have to hold your thumb there the whole entire time. And you're kind of just loosely wrapping the garland around the mason jar to hide the tape but still expose some of the wrapping paper. And you don't have to do the wrapping paper part. I actually discovered that it looks great without it, but just in case my garland happens to slip, I would like some wrapping paper underneath just because, you know, I'm a little extra careful. And for that last piece that you wrap, you kind of just want to take it and tuck it somewhere. If you want to tape it for extra security, you can do that too, but I don't want my tape showing, so I kind of just tuck it. And now none of my tape from the wrapper paper is showing, and the garland is pretty. You can't tell that I basically, you know, butchered the inside of this mason jar. And once you have that done, you just want to take your candy cans and kind of just let them hang. Set this one next to my Christmas tree, and this is what it looks like. You guys definitely don't have to do the wrapping paper because you can barely tell that it's underneath, but if you want to space your garland out a little bit more, or if you don't have as much, the wrapping paper underneath definitely covers that. And yeah, this is number 5. That's it for today's DIY Friday. I really hope you liked it, and if you did, kind of tweak it to fit your style because that's what DIYs are supposed to be. Like I said, I wish I did this earlier in the season, but my brain just, it doesn't like to work. I don't know why it does this to me, but it just doesn't like to work. But definitely stay tuned because tomorrow I'll be in Washington and you guys get to meet the fam, and I'm just so excited for that. And yeah, like, subscribe, share, comment, turn on notifications, and I'll be back tomorrow with another video.